Hi guys, today we are going to study one of the important system in our body, that is respiratory system. First of all, we can see what are the different parts of respiratory system. Here you can see nose, nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, bronchioles, alveoli, lungs, and after that diaphragm. So these are the different parts of respiratory system. Now we can study what are the structure and function of these parts. First of all, nose. Nose is the part which is used to intake of oxygen. As we know, during respiration, we take oxygen and carbon dioxide is released out. So, nose is the part which is used to intake of oxygen. Nose is continued by, it's followed by nasal cavity. Nasal cavity contains small hair parts. It's hairs and mucus is present. This hairs and mucus, it is used to filter the air. It filter out dust particles and germs it is present in the air. So it is used to filter hair and mucus it is present in the nasal cavity. It's followed by nasal cavity followed by pharynx. Pharynx is the funnel shaped structure and it is the common passage for foot pipe and windpipe. Pharynx is the common passage for windpipe and foot pipe. Then pharynx is followed by larynx. Larynx where this foot pipe and windpipe is separated. When it's separated, the air particles, air and foot particles should not be collapsed. It should be separated. So it is separated by, it's like a lid and it is girded by one of the part you can say glottis. That is called glottis. So, glottis, the next you can say epiglottis. Epiglottis is the lid. It is used to cover the larynx because food should not enter into the windpipe. So, that you can say larynx. Larynx is followed by next part you can say trachea. So, trachea is the next part. It is otherwise called windpipe. It contains U-shaped cartilaginous rings. It ensures that air should not collapse. It should pass in one direction only. So that you can say U-shaped cartilaginous rings are present. Now trachea is followed by it. When it comes to the lungs, here you can see the lungs. A pair of lungs. Lungs, it is covered by double membranous structure that you can say pleura or you can say pleural membrane. Now we can see the structure of this lungs. Lungs is covered by pleura and lungs is protected by rib cage. Do you know how the rib cage is made up of ribs? There are 12 pairs of ribs are present. In front, in ventrally, ribs is connected by a single bone that you can say sternum, and ventrally it is covered by, it is attached, it is joined with the help of vertebral column or backbone. So rib cage, it's like a cage. So that's why it is called a rib cage. Inside the rib cage only lungs is protected. So lungs, it's a pair of structure and it is located inside the thoracic cavity and it is located inside the ribs or rib cage. So that you can say lungs. Inside the lungs, when the trachea enter into inside the lungs, trachea is divided into two different branches that you can say bronchi. Bronchi is divided into different lateral small branches that you can see lateral branches. Here you can see these branches, you can see bronchioles. So when the air it comes, it passes through the trachea, then it passes through the bronchi, then the air or the oxygen, it enters into the bronchioles. Now these bronchioles, lateral branches, it enters into the balloon-like structure that only you can say alveoli, small structural and functional unit of lungs, small balloon-like structure that only you can say lungs. Here you can see one of the 10th board exam question, what is alveoli and what are the functions of alveoli? So alveoli is the balloon-like structure, it is present inside the lungs, it is a structural and functional unit of lungs. And what are the functions of alveoli? First point, it is used to increase the surface area for absorption of oxygen. Second function, it contains numerous blood vessels. It is used to absorb the oxygen. So that only you can say alveoli and functions of alveoli. So at last, the oxygen from bronchioles, it reaches to alveoli. In the alveoli, there are many blood vessels. By the help of these blood vessels, oxygen will be absorbed. That oxygen will go to different parts of our body. It enters into each and all cell. In the mitochondria, there the energy is released. So here you can see the different parts of the respiratory system structure and function. Thank you, friends.